Welcome to Global Tax Talks. I'm Will Morris, and I'm filming here in Bogota, Colombia, where we're at our second Latin American tax policy client roundtable, where I'm delighted to be joined by Carlos Miguel Chaparro, who is the TLS lead partner for PwC Colombia, as well as being the tax leader for the PwC LAN network. So Carlos, it's great to have you back on Global Tax Talk.
Thanks so much, Will. It's great to be back on Global Tax Talk, and good to have you both as well.
Good. Well, I'm delighted to be here. So last year we were at our first client policy roundtable in Lima, Peru, and a lot has changed since then. So in your current role as the leader of the LAN network, you cover many countries in the region. So what are the top tax policy trends which are affecting clients right now?
Well, it's been a busy year, isn't it? If we look at the neighborhood, right, over the past year, then I think Brazil should be a good starter.
Okay.
As you know, they introduced the qualified domestic minimum top-up tax in an effort to align with the OECD.
Correct.
As far as we know, it features some of the key guidelines that OECD is promoting, including the substance carve-out, safe harbor, and the like. It's the first country, though, in the region doing that.
Right.
Because if we move back a little bit to Colombia, and you know that well,
yes.
Colombia adopted a local top-up tax so much different from the qualified domestic top-up tax from the OECD. And then the court in Colombia made a decision on that local top-up tax and didn't take it down, surprisingly.
Okay.
There were a number of concerns, etc. So it's going to be around for some time. And then, but from a broader perspective, if you look at Argentina, Chile, interestingly, there have been changes towards creating tax incentives on holidays. From a regular perspective, you see some countries going one direction, some others going other direction. Certainly, there's not the unified approach, but things are happening and will continue to happen. Not fully embracing Pillar 2. This is not a headquarter jurisdiction. But again, Brazil leading the effort over there.
That's great. Thanks, Carlos. So look, what changes or trends should companies be looking for in the coming months? How are companies responding to that?
It's always a great question, Will. We live, as you know, unprecedented times. Uncertainty is the rule. Our global reframing tax survey, I think it's a good start. If you look at the survey, there were survey companies in the region. And if you look at the outcome of the survey, some of the changes they see and they continue to see is resourcing, resource scarcity. Big challenge, right? Companies adapting to that. And also, to a certain degree, AI and automation. So over the next 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, we will see more and more companies embracing those changes in an effort to be compliant. But at the same time, this today's world is so difficult that planning ahead is challenging. Right? One thing we can see in terms of, geopolitics is the footprint of Asia-Pacific in the region is growing, in particular China. So companies are adapting to that. They see like a big market coming into the region. And in terms of tax policy, I think what we can envision is more tax treaties, more bilateral indemnity treaties, Asia-Pacific. That will continue to happen. It's happening now, and it's growing. It's getting all the attention in the region in terms of trends, et cetera, et cetera. Okay.
Let me ask one follow-up question, because this is on everybody's minds. There has been a lot of talk recently about Pillar 2, about the UTPR, about the differences between the US and the EU and what everybody wants. There's been Section 899, the so-called retaliatory legislation. There's been, also a lot of stuff going on tariffs as well. This seems to be a conversation which is going on mostly in the Northern Hemisphere. How are you in the Southern Hemisphere in this region sort of thinking about that? Obviously, Colombia had an early brush with tariffs, but how is all of this going?
Every day is different, We go to bed today, next morning you have a war, right? and then I think in the region, what is happening with tariffs around the world is crucial. Governments are trying to adapt to what is going on, taking the changes, right? Not making too much noise, right, if you will. This is, again, not a headquarter jurisdiction, so the region pretty much depends on commodities, and to the extent you keep trade happening to keep traction,
Right.
I think you should be okay. But again, balancing budgets in these days so much challenge, George. And for some of the countries, including Colombia, there will be presidential elections coming up soon next year. So there will be tax changes again.
Okay.
And then change of government, and politics play a crucial role in tax policy.
Yeah.
Right? So
Sure. Well, we will definitely need to have this interview at our third Clyde Roundtable. That's right. Good. Carlos, thank you so much
thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. And thank you for joining us. And come back next time so that you stay global tax ready.